Good Wednesday morning, everyone. It's good to talk with you again. A couple things I thought I would mention today. The first one is the listening session coming up. As we've mentioned in a few different settings on Sunday morning announcements and e-blast, that the Bishop Coadjutor Search Committee that is in the process of putting together a diocesan profile of what this diocese is all about, who we are, what we are looking for as a diocese in the next bishop, that they are gathering that information. A survey went out previously, they collected that data, they're taking it to the next level. They are meeting in various deanery locations throughout the diocese in person, and so for our diocese that will be at St. James Episcopal Church in Port Charlotte on August 4th at 7 p.m. In order to attend that, you have to register one way or another. So here's kind of two ways we're looking at this. If you just want to go down yourself to attend the listening session, to share your thoughts or just to kind of observe how things are going on there and give your input, you can, there's a link in the Wednesday e-blast that you can, excuse me, that you can click on to register yourself for that. The other option is we're going to be carpooling, leaving at 6 o'clock on the 4th, 6 p.m. from Good Shepherd. And so if you want to join with other folks from Good Shepherd to go to the listening session in Port Charlotte, either driving a vehicle or riding along in somebody else's vehicle, we can take people who want to do either direction. Then there's a link on the church website to fill out information there, and you can register with the church, so that once, as a church, we will turn in a registration the end of this week on Friday. And so we have to have registrations in by Friday. So if you don't let us know as a parish, or you don't let the diocese know by registering with them that you are going to be arriving by yourself at St. James, then you're not going to be able to attend the listening session. So they do need to know how many people are going to be there for that, probably, so St. James is ready for the setup for this session. So by this Friday, you will need to have contacted, either called the church to say, I want to be added to the list who will be carpooling down, or click on the link on the Wednesday e-blast to put your information to our church to let us know that you're going to be carpooling down, or click on the diocese website and register there because you're going down individually by yourself to the listening session. Hopefully that's clear. There's further information that's going to be coming out it's in the e-blast today, and so hopefully it's clear. If you have any questions, give us a call. We'll try and clear up any confusion there. The only other thing I wanted to mention, and this actually came out last Sunday in the Sunday morning e-blast, Father Bob had shared some thoughts about fasting, and he entitled it, What Happened to Fasting Before Receiving Communion? Now, typically that tends to come from folks with a Roman Catholic background, because it's standard practice within the Roman Catholic Church to receive communion prior to receiving fasting prior to receiving communion. Now, those of you who have a long history with the Episcopal Church, you may tell me, Father Joe, that's actually been some history with the Episcopal Church as well. So if that's there, let me know and you can inform me on that history. But I wanted to say I really appreciated Father Bob's article. It got me thinking personally about some of my routines on Sunday morning and some adjustments I am thinking about making in my life preparing for the service on Sunday morning. And where I see this valuable for our entire parish, it's been so wonderful us getting back together and sitting down in the parish, in the nave, and saying hello to folks next to us and around us as we're preparing for the service. We don't want to discourage that. That being said, Sunday morning when we arrive in church, actually prior to arriving in church, Father Bob's article made some good comments about preparing our hearts in various ways to listen to God and to hear from God, and that we will be receptive to God's voice Sunday morning when we come to church. And when we are chatting with other folks in the nave, it makes it hard for somebody down the end of the pew who may be kneeling and trying to prepare their hearts for prayer for the service that is coming up. And so let me strongly encourage everyone, and this actually especially goes, I think, to those who are ministering on Sunday morning, myself, other clergy, lay folks, as well as the tech team who are setting up the cameras and all that stuff, that sometimes there's necessary a little bit of comment that needs to happen between two tech people as such, but we really need to keep the conversation and the noise level at extreme minimum if at all possible, so that allows us to spend that Sunday morning time to prepare our hearts to be in God's presence during the service. And thankfully, because we have coffee hours again afterwards, we have that time, of course, to flit from table to table or sit down and have some good conversation with our friends in the parish hall. So let me just encourage you from Father Bob's article from last Sunday to, when you arrive in church, once you come into the nave, to allow that to be a quiet time to prepare yourself for the service that is to come, and that will allow everyone else to do the same as we all look forward to chatting and conversing and catching up with folks during the coffee hour afterwards. Well, may God's blessings be with you the rest of this day, the rest of this week.